Welcome to our channel, where today we're diving deep into an incredibly intriguing story that revolves around a seemingly ordinary object, the 1962 1-cent coin. You might wonder how a single penny, which ordinarily is worth just 1 cent, could possibly be valued at around $65 million. This is a tale that brings together human error, historical significance, and the fascination that surrounds numismatics, the study or collection of currency. The 1962 penny is not just a coin, it represents a unique intersection of rarity and the obsessive nature of collectors who are willing to pay extraordinary sums for a piece of history that came to life through a series of unexpected minting errors. Picture this: a penny that you might have found lying on the sidewalk, one that anyone would typically overlook, now commands a price that rivals the value of rare art or iconic collectibles. So, how does this make sense? Well, it all begins with a fascinating look at the minting process and the extraordinary circumstances that transformed a simple piece of currency into an invaluable treasure. Minted in Denver, the 1962 penny was part of a larger batch created during a time when the U.S. Mint was working hard to keep up with the growing demands of a booming post-war economy. The production run was extensive, and the rate at which coins were being minted was significantly accelerated to ensure proper circulation and availability. It just so happened that during this high-pressure production environment, several mistakes occurred, forever changing the fate of a handful of these coins. One major error type seen in the 1962 pennies is the double die variety, where the image on the die that strikes the coin was misaligned or improperly produced. This resulted in what collectors call a doubling effect, particularly noticeable on the wordings and the image of Abraham Lincoln on the coin. In a typical coin, you would expect clear, crisp details. However, for those few misprinted coins, the impression is disturbingly interesting, with the lettering appearing uneven and the portrait showing distinct doubling that makes it stand out among its peers. Rarity is a key factor in determining a coin's value. While millions of 1962 pennies were minted, only a minuscule fraction exhibit these interesting errors, creating a unique collectible that is coveted by numismatists. The notable scarcity of error coins, especially ones with such pronounced flaws, places the 1962 penny in hot demand amongst collectors. When you combine rarity with historical context, you get a powerful enticing factor for investors and collectors who see the potential for significant appreciation over time. Other errors associated with the 1962 penny include issues with striking, such as improperly aligned strikes, which resulted in coins that bear unusual characteristics, coins struck in such a way that they exhibit strange edges, or possibly even coins where parts of the design are absent altogether. Replicated variations, where it seems a part of the original design has completely dissipated, also catch the eye of collectors searching for that holy grail of coin collecting. When one thinks about the possibilities that these errors represent, it's worth pondering the craftsmanship and processes behind minting coins. The human involvement in this intricate system means mistakes can happen, and each one offers a story worth telling. The complex nature of minting reflects a blend of art and science, a delicate balance that has proven historically significant time and time again. When we think about the role that error coins play in the wider context of collecting, we see that they serve as tangible artifacts representing a confluence of technology, craftsmanship, and even human fallibility. Many collectors often place an emotional attachment to these pieces of currency. They envision the lives lived and the transactions made using pennies that, unbeknownst to the vast majority, have extraordinary intrinsic value. The excitement of finding such a rare treasure fuels the passion of many in the coin collecting community, who seek out the thrifty finds in coin rolls, online marketplaces, and auctions. Collectors pore over reflective surfaces, search for distinctive patterns, and closely examine the minutiae that might, in their eyes, elevate an otherwise mundane penny to incredible heights of valuation. The bidding wars that erupt for coins like the 1962 exemplify the thrill found in amateur and professional collecting alike. Community platforms, online forums, and even social media often are abuzz with discussions surrounding error coins, sharing photos, experiences, insights, and techniques for spotting the next potentially valuable piece. Furthermore, the narrative doesn't merely stop at current market values. As coins change hands, the entire story of each piece, including the flaws that make it valuable, is part of what keeps the history alive. The charm of each coin lies not just in its monetary value but in the shared stories among collectors, how it was first discovered, its path, and the thrilling chase undertaken to find it. Those looking to invest will find that knowledge is power in the world of coins. Being well prepared with an understanding of which errors increase value can inform future investments wisely, allowing collectors to bid confidently and strategically in modern auctions. The remarkable rise of the internet age has facilitated unprecedented access to numismatic resources as collectors obtain catalogs, authenticity checklists, and value assessments which can directly impact the market's movement. Auction sites frequently see record-breaking sales for rare coins, with results regularly shared across platforms that illuminate the potential for profit. For a penny originally minted for mere circulation, the current valuation in the realm of $65 million is staggering, shining a light on how perception affects monetary worth in a world governed heavily by rarity and avid interest. The economic implications extend beyond mere aesthetics or craftsmanship. They feed into broader trends in asset appreciation and the growing realization that collectibles can be a viable investment avenue. The concept of monetary inflation has also played a role, as sourcing and acquiring collectibles offers an alternative to traditional investments that may serve to hedge against losing buying power in the long term. The harmonious blend of art, culture, and finance illustrates a marketplace increasingly captivated with the allure of tangible assets, reinforcing the significance of objects like the 1962 D penny. In addition to its monetary relevance, the 1962 D coin also engages collectors on an intellectual level, invoking curiosity about its past, the very era it represents, and its place in American history. The social implications of collecting further enrich the narrative surrounding these coins. As communities come together, moderation and knowledge sharing lead to a communal appreciation for the stories behind each piece. The bonds that form among collectors, those who share a passion for the hunt, the discovery, and the excitement of uncovering unique finds, create a vibrant subculture of enthusiasts dedicated to preserving this aspect of human culture. The exhilarating journey doesn't stop with mere ownership. Even post-purchase, collectors often participate actively in the community, seeking personal connections and histories behind their coins, forging emotional ties to their collections. Each instance of creativity, each representation of historical context, and each celebration of uniqueness found in rare coins contributes to the collective story of numismatics. One finds complexity woven into the narrative of the 1962 D penny. It exists as a piece of currency yet is revered as a rare collectible, uniting the mundane with the extraordinary. Every time a collector discovers a coin with an error, it serves as a reminder that value is driven as much by depth, story, and detail as it is by rarity in the marketplace. For those intrigued by the sheer notion of what could be, the hunt continues, as enthusiasts pursue the next potential treasure that may redefine their understanding of value in the currency domain. The errors in 1962 D pennies highlight the importance of quality assurance processes in manufacturing and how even slight variations can become monumental thanks to the eyes of dedicated collectors. The 1962 D penny boldly emphasizes how something that slips through ordinary channels could be deemed priceless by those who understand the underlying story and historical significance. We invite you to become part of our exploration of this captivating realm. Join us in viewing coins not just as currency but as tangible pieces of our shared past that have the capacity to hold immense historical and monetary value. Thank you for engaging with us today, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into the world of numismatics, where fascinating tales are hidden in plain sight, awaiting discovery by those willing to take a closer look. Together, let's uncover the stories behind coins that have captured our imaginations for generations.